the county governor of Homa Bay because it is in. First, we have 7 shillings for every 10.
Hello, I want 20 pieces charcoal grey Mabati bricked.
So, are you telling me I go and tell teachers, I don't have salary for you this month because I have to reduce the price of fuel? Do you think that would be reasonable?
Maybe just. Mr. President, on that issue, just hold on to that thought a bit, because if you look at the prices of fuel, what has happened is that we are looking at consumption. If I look at the last data, the last 3 months' data, consumption of fuel has actually dropped to a 5-year low. And if you look at even KRA, the collection, they missed the target. They were off the ordinary revenue by about 31 billion Kenya shillings. So what is happening is, yes, on this end, you have a plan to collect taxes, but these taxes are not coming through to Kenya Revenue Authority. And on the other end, you are killing the economy because you have people not moving, consumption, because oil and electricity basically will tell you what is happening in the economy.
For your information, your figures are wrong, because if you look at the taxes that have been collected from fuel, they've gone up. That's the correct position. So the other taxes are the ones that they have not met the targets. And why haven't they met the targets? Because I gave them a very high target.
Mr. President,
because I wanted them to do much more than they are doing.
Mr. President, let's just take a look at the data.
So don't misrepresent facts.
Let's talk
that's
about
the correct position.
The data you have from the Kenya Revenue Authority, because they're the ones who collect the revenue in their report. In the first quarter, ended September 2023, the oil taxes, the target was 84.6 billion shillings. They collected 77.7 billion shillings. Similar period last year, it was 78.5 billion shillings. That's a drop of about 800 million shillings. So indeed, for quarter one, there has been a reduction. If you're to speak about the volumes, the same quarter, diesel in 2022, quarter one, it was 1.15 metric tons, 1.5 million metric tons. This time round, the same quarter, it is 1.05 metric tons, a reduction of 56,000 metric tons. For petrol, 770,000 for quarter one 2022. Quarter one this year, it is 742,000, a reduction of 28,000 metric tons. So there has been a reduction. The difference in because the taxes are higher, more expensive than it was last year.
That is not the correct position, my friend.
Those are figures from KRA.
Let me explain to you. Okay. For Kenya, but 40% of that fuel goes to Uganda, Rwanda, and sometimes all the way. The Eastern DRC get fuel from. The Eastern DRC get fuel from Kenya, right? So when you look at the figures, you must know that there is a component of fuel that is not sold in Kenya, that is sold outside Kenya. That you must
KRA
know.
reports about the revenue, isn't it?
That's what you must know first.
Yeah.
Right? So when you are looking at the quantities and the numbers, you need to factor that into the equation. All right? And Secondly, we are beginning to look at other alternatives. A lot more people now we've connected to electricity, people who are using diesel. In fact, this year, most of our thermal energy electricity generation has gone down. Why? Because we have moved the number of Kenyans on electricity from 2.3 in 2013 to now 9.4. So we have more Kenyans who are not using diesel. We have more companies. We have more infrastructure that who are using diesel that now we have connected to electricity. That explains some of the reduction. If you look at...
but this is a direct consequence from the Finance Act of
energy. That's not the correct position. I am telling you
KRA is reporting
more
it,
and more.
President.
Exactly. So why I'm telling you, the quantities that have gone down is because more people are not using diesel